All right, welcome back. This is going to be part 50 videos, y'all. And so far, since we've started this whole thing on man and dinosaurs, and we very easily could have 50 more. And so, but again, we're taking our time through this, detailing the topics, and kind of rabbit trailing here and there if I feel it needs to be rabbit trailed. And so, but we're going to have a good time and just, slowly go through this and just, discuss kind of some of the different things, questions that people have about the topics that I'm going into. Kind of some of the controversial things also that we might see. And so, but in this one here, we're going to continue on with Acambaro and the figurines, and we're going to start looking into where these figurines were found and some of the other areas other than what has been previously discussed. And so, but if you'll notice on the screen here, where we're going to look at, go down to where it says where figurines were found. Where figurines were found. It states just below that various areas where the ground was undisturbed for many years. One figurine was split due to a root growing through it. So that proves that, the figurine was not carved or made or falsified. It had a root going through it. So it had been there for some time. Below that, it says El Toro, a.k.a. Bull Hill, El Chivo, a.k.a. Goat Mountain, and which is the north side of the city. And the police chief's home. That's what we're going to look at right now, the police chief's home. It says here, and this again comes from The Host with a Big Hat by Earl Stanley Gardner. It says here, like other houses, the adobe house had a dirt floor, a floor which had been packed by many decades of water and bare feet, until it was about the consistency of adobe brick. The chief of police shrugged his shoulders. They find these figures everywhere, he said. The men dig and they find the figures. You can dig anywhere and you will find them. Hapgood reached a sudden decision. I can dig anywhere? He asked. Anywhere you wish, senor, said the courteous chief of police. Hapgood got to his feet. Then dig where I am standing, he said, and dig now. They thought, of course, that the gringo professor had suddenly gone crazy, but Professor Hapgood convinced them he meant exactly what he said. So right where they were standing in the chief of police home, they said, all right, start digging right here. And so he really put them to a test, guys. So they called in sleepy-lidded workmen. They moved utensils and they dug up the floor. After they got through several feet of hard-packed soil, they came to the native strata. And when they dug down further in the native strata, they unearthed artifacts and then a figure. And so right here is a picture here of what they were digging through, a little illustration. And so if you look right there over to the right-hand side, it says 43 pieces, y'all, of Josrud-type ceramics were found. The home was built 50 years before Josrud came to Acambaro. 50 years, you guys. And so this right here was some really hard evidence that these figures were legit. It goes on right below it where it says the police chief's home in the adobe bricks that the homes were made of. Now, I said that. I'm going to read it again. Not only, now we were talking about they were digging in dirt and stuff. Well, they've been finding this stuff in the adobe bricks that the homes were made of. I'm going to show you pictures of it. This is one of those adobe homes right there, adobe brick homes. It says right here, at the site of the dig, El Toro, a.k.a. Bull Hill, archaeological artifacts are so prevalent in the earth that they are mixed unnoticed into the adobe bricks of homes. On these houses, which had been built many years ago, the elements had caused some of the outer covering of the adobe bricks to weather away and disclosed the inner composition of the bricks. Here again, we found artifacts, pieces of pottery, parts of figurines. Listen to that, guys. Parts of figurines, bits of obsidian, which had been shaped into the form of what evidently had been used as a cutting tool, and almost any quantity of fragments, a half-inch or so in diameter, which had come from broken cooking utensils that had been in the soil when the bricks were puddled, and shown the well-worn rounded edges which indicated their exposure to the elements. And so right here, and you can notice that, these are, it says right here, bricks are studded with bits of pottery and figurines. All through that, guys, they just mixed it up with it. And so that shows you how prevalent some of these figurines were. Now, look, notice this, guys. Look at that. You can see bits of that. Now, you can notice right there in the middle of the screen, I had showed you previously some of the pottery and some of the bits of figures that they had found, when you can notice the colors right there. And this was made a long time ago. Now, this one I hear is really wild. It's a face, guys. You can see eyes and a nose and a mouth there, or at least eyes and a mouth there. Could this right here be one of those dinosaur faces, or what? Some of those figurines that look like dinosaurs? Is this what we're possibly looking at? Check it out there, right there in the brick. Now, how could somebody falsify something like this? I think this is one of those evidences that is just really profound. And so to show that these figurines are legit. And so we're going to stop right there. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that will take advantage of naive Christians, or and it could be in other things other than just Christianity. You pick anything that somebody might falsify. If they can see a market for it and there's an interest for it, there are those people that will take advantage of it, and that can be in anything that we buy today. There's always those people that want to quote unquote bootleg the materials, and so that's just the way it is. You got greed and stuff like that. But the things that I'm showing you here, these are things that were found, things that had been already in the earth, especially with that one with the root in it. And here with the bricks, they're showing the same type of stuff that was found in the earth as in these bricks that were built sometime many, many years ago, I should say. And so, but we're going to stop right here, and we'll pick it up next time, and we're just going to continue on going with this. And it's just a fascinating topic, and one that, again, those animals, I mean, the looks of them, I mean, it's absolutely just extraordinary. What else could they be if they're not dinosaurs? If they weren't depicting some type of dinosaurian type of animal, what were they depicting? And so, but at any rate, guys, we'll talk to you later. I love you. I hope the Lord blesses you real good. Take care. Bye-bye.